and welcome back to another episode of me trying out new things. Instead of me trying out some new things, today I'm going to be doing things that I normally do with maybe just one new thing. Either way, I am about to show you my full face of makeup routine. I'm hoping to give you guys some outline of what I usually do, and then hopefully any folks who have any questions, comments, tips, or suggestions can leave them in the comments below. And then if we have anything to go from there, we will. If we don't, I will continue to make these videos for myself and keep having fun. As usual, I will start with what I usually do. I have moisturized because we always moisturize first. And then I'm going to start with my handy dandy primer. Love my primer. Love primers. Primers are the best thing in the world. Dab, dab, dab. Coat. You just rub and tap. I'm just making sure everything is sticking to my skin where it should. All of my face is covered with a primer, and then I just wait for it to dry out. Once it will dry out, I will move to the second phase, which will be my eyes. I always start with my eyes. I think I've mentioned this before. And the reason for that is when you have fallout or anything else from your eyeshadow, you can make sure that you cover it up with your concealer and foundation, whatever you put in your face after that. Eyes also sometimes take me very long, and I do have a couple of do-overs, so I start with those. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do on my eyes is add a little bit of concealer to start with our base. We got our concealer, and then we're going to just blend that in so that our lid can start with being a more solid one colored base from where we can build other products on as we go and as we wish. With the concealer, I like to use a simple brush to at least dab out this area, because I don't have a larger lid. I have a pretty small lid in my opinion compared to other people, which gives me a very small area to work with. So a larger brush or blending those little, I will have the words are not always my thing, but the little blending sponge thing, blender, doesn't actually cover my eye because my eyes are too small. So I like to go in with the brush like this to just make sure that I blend it all out, cover everything, and then give myself the solid base that I'm looking to start from. This is not there's no science or anything. I mean, not science, there's always a science. There is no exact method to this. The whole point of this is just to have a solid, firm, one colored base to start from, especially for people like me who have darker eyelids, where color doesn't show as much. So this gives me from where I'm going to start from. Now that my primer is done, my next primer and concealer are done, my next step is going to be my eyeshadow. I am going to be doing a green and a orange eyeshadow today. I'm going to start with my green look first because I think I have a more better idea of the outline I want that to be, and I think I'm then just going to fill in from there. What I'm trying to do today is to do something like a crease. How this is going to go is hopefully, well, that's the hope, hopefully well. So all I'm going to do is create a green eyeliner outline, and then my plan is to fill it in with orange. Going to be doing that on camera this time instead of going off camera, but this is going to be a time-lapse video, so you can skip ahead and watch the more fun parts. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and the green and then the orange. I hope it makes sense while I do the time lapse. Okay, we have stopped with the green eyeliner for now. And the reason I stopped is because I wanted to give it a little bit of cleanup, and then I want to move on to my orange, depending on how bright I will think this is after my cleanup. Okay, first things first, how did I get my eyeliner eyeshadow to do what it is doing right now? Starters, I put some primer in a little thing and I mixed it with my eyeshadow. Made it liquid, it made it malleable, and it allowed me to do this. And now, because I want to, like, this is the look I was going for, even though my putting on wasn't as perfect as I would like it to be, with this method of cleanup, which is just to have fun and then clean it up as you go, I am easily able to not worry about my mistakes, which is like a good thing because I just made one. Like, I accidentally erased the part I wanted to keep. But as I said before also, my eyeliner has usually a couple of do-overs, so this is actually not the worst I've done yet. I have actually done so much more worse to myself. But living and learning is the name of the game. So, as you can see, I made this one really nice and I made this one not so much. So we're going to continue with this a little bit more, which is why we do the cleanup where we did. So far, I hope you all are still with me. I'm gonna go ahead and dip my brush back in the primer, and then the primer water, and then into my eyeshadow, and then start making my eyeshadow lines again. I hope you're still with me and still enjoying. Alright folks, we have finished with the green. Up next we have coming up the next part of what we were already doing, which is my eyes. So the next part I want to do is to put on the eyeshadow under the color that I was gonna go for, which was gonna be my what's it called? Orange. That's the color I had picked. Now, another thing that really helps with this brush that I picked out is that now I'm going to use this to pat in my concealer back for the orange, and this will give me a clear line between the green and the orange, which will give me a crease that I am looking for, a perfect little crease going between my green and my orange, that separates them and gives them the perfect look of just well put together that I'm going for, rather than it having, you know, just accidentally come out really good looking like some of my videos do. This one I'm actually putting a lot of work into, so you know, I just want to be like, hey, this is the thing I am doing, you better look I don't know, you better look great. Anyway, so now that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put on concealer under my eyes again, create my crease, and then I'm going to be putting on my orange eyeshadow. Both of these are pretty straightforward things, but once again, not everybody has used concealer before, so if you have any questions, please let me know. All I am doing is I have some concealer on the back of my hand, and then I am adding it to the top of my eyelid to not only create a crease that will be perfect for my upcoming orange, but will also be a better lighter base for my orange to stand out even more against the green. Alright folks, this is where we are with the eyeshadow. I am really liking this look. It is going exactly like how I wanted it to go. And while we are doing this, oh, it looks like no longer. Well, my cat did want attention, but it looks like I am no longer worthy of her attention. I took too long. So with things like these, right, there are obviously times you're gonna have exactly the look that you were expecting. It's completely fine if that happens. You will also may have noticed that while that was happening, I actually went ahead and used a different kind of brush in for the edges. That was obviously because I had made such perfect little lines. I obviously don't want them to, you know, not be not stay as perfect as and as clean as I made them, with not just the what's it called, with the green, but also with, you know, when we went in our with our concealer and highlighted that. So if we're going to work and make clean lines, obviously we're going to want to go ahead and be using the specific kind of brush that'll make us give us the edge of continuing to have the kind of lines that we are looking for. While I was saying that, we got ourselves a little visitor. Say hi to my cat. Came to say hi and has now left us because I picked her up. Alright, we are done with part one. Oh no, she did not leave us. She is still here and she will be poking her head in and out. Okay, now that we have done this, my next step is obviously going to be the rest of my face. I am going to be starting with my concealer. My concealer goes in here, 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 here. Obviously, as you can see, I put it over some of my edges or whatever. You know, the extras can be added at the end. I don't want to be stressing out too much about perfection right off the start. You know, things happen as they go, so we will just add as necessary. Also, obviously, I want to, because as I am adding things to my face, go in with my color corrector as well. Add a couple of those to really cover the grayness in my under eye, and that is what I am working on at the moment. Then we will start with the concealer with that. After the concealer, I will be doing my foundation, and we will be watching that in normal time with me. After you have blended out your concealer, you want to do next is your foundation. For my foundation, I like to use foundation and a lotion because I like to have a more what they call dewy look rather than a matte look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding both of those to my wrist and then using a brush applying that to my face. Hopefully, unlike the concealer, I will remember to record me blending this one out. So I'm gonna start on that now. Alright, y'all, we have returned from one of the last things we are doing, which was adding our foundation to our face. Obviously, make sure that while you are doing that, you get your neck as well. You don't want that standing out a whole different color. While I am just going to my shower, and I'm sure nobody is going to notice, I do currently have a winter's tan as well, so my neck is a very different color. And the only person who does matter to me, which is me, when it comes to my makeup, is going to be noticing. So I'm gonna be really careful because I can be quite of a critic sometimes, right? Shocker. Okay, moving on from those very interesting things, we have done most of what we want to do. Okay, can keep adding to eyes. I might add some eyeliner, I might add some all of that, but I am not going to be doing that for a second. First of all, for two things you want to do next is add your bronzer and your blush. Obviously, with those things we have placement. I have talked about bronzer placement before in a video that was specifically made for using this brush to put on bronzer. I'm going to be applying my bronzer and then applying my blush right above that. It will be a quick little brush addition, so I might probably not separate into a different video for that, but I'm definitely going to be for my highlighter. So stick around and let's continue with the rest of my face. Okay, we have bronzer and blush on. Last thing I am going to do on for at the moment is my highlighter. I like highlighters. I think we have talked about this multiple times. I'm a glitter person. Glitter is it. If I could, I would walk around with glitter. So yeah, that would be a constant thing in my life, is how much glitter I would go through if I could. I mean, there's nothing really stopping me except the fact that it's a lot of cleanup. It's not my favorite. The cleanup is not my favorite. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did forget some part of my contour, which was my nose. So this is a good time to add this because I remembered. And obviously, right, with my highlighter, I don't think there's such a thing in my vocabulary as in too much highlighter. I mean, I'm sure some people would tell me that I overdo it, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with some people thinking I'm overdoing it. I have no issues with this. Okay, so what's left, y'all? Okay, now I'm gonna do my eyeliner, my eyelashes. I'm gonna finish it off and then right back to show you my final look. I will be doing all of that on camera, so don't you worry, y'all, you're not gonna be missing anything. this is it. We have done everything we can with this, except one last thing, y'all. Never forget your setting spray. What is your setting spray for? Your setting spray is to make sure that everything stays where it should be. Here we go. Oh, nothing's coming up. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, we had a malfunction moment. I just got this one. This is the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. And we're just gonna be spraying that on and letting it be. And then going to go take a shower because I need to wash my hair today. But apart from that, this is the result of my full face of makeup, y'all. I am very happy with this look. This came out. These eyes look great. I am very happy with the face of my face that I made out with, that I always know I come out with because I know what I was doing. But if you all have any questions, if you folks need any help with anything specific, let me know. Why I did this eyeliner, I don't know if you noticed, but I messed up. I was trying to make this thin and then I had to go back and fix both of them. I will obviously would have extended that one, but for now, this is it. This is my final look. A full face of makeup done on camera for all of you. If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, comments, once again, please let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Please follow. No, I think it's a notification button bell. It's a notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.